This is Red Hawk football on Frontier Community Access Television.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving and welcome to the Frontier Regional School, where tonight the Red Hawks welcome the Warriors from Mohawk Trail. Tonight's senior night here at Frontier, where we'll take time to honor the senior cheerleaders, football players, and band members. First senior tonight that we're going to honor is a senior cheerleader, Chloe Maripisi, and she will be met by her parents Jennifer and Bill Maripisi and sister Isabel Maripisi. And now the senior Red Hawk football players. First player is number 2, Riakis Ito McMillan, who will be met by his parents William McMillan and Janet Perez. Our next player is senior captain number 10, Garrett DeForest, and he'll be met by his parents Chip and Kelly DeForest. Number 24, Sam Hebert, escorted by his mom Karen Sanderson and his brother Jack Hebert. Number 57, Dylan Aspinall, who'll be met by his parents Dave and Stephanie Aspinall. Number 66, Captain Andrew Logan, who'll be met by his parents Rich and Michelle Logan. Number 77, Jeffrey Stiles, will be met by his mother and father, Jennifer Stiles and Jeff Stiles. Number 79, Hunter Wolfson, met by his mother, Becky Raskevich, his grandma Lane, Grandpa Jack, and his Uncle John. And number 85, Captain Donovan Hoffman, escorted by his parents Chris Hoffman and Molly Donovan. And his brother Connor Hoffman. And now we're going to take a moment to recognize the senior band members. So please congratulate Noah Babb. He's a senior alto saxophone player from Whately, escorted by mother Diane Babb. Sam Hebert, a senior tuba player from South Deerfield, escorted by his mother Karen Sanderson and his brother Jack. Fisher Talbot Hills, a senior baritone horn and trumpet player from Conway, escorted by his mother Laura Talbot. And James Morgan, a senior percussionist from Conway, escorted by his mother Marcel, his father Timothy, brother William, and grandfather Packy. Congratulations to all our seniors here at Frontier. Good luck in their future, and thank you for participating in all our Frontier success.
High school football on Bear Country 95.3. Tonight's game, Mohawk at Frontier. And good evening, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. Live from Frontier Regional in South Deerfield, it is the rivalry, the Frontier Redhawks and the Mohawk Warriors. I'm Jeff Terrell, Sean Hubert alongside Dave Reno, our studio producer. Happy holidays to one and all, and we get set for the first of two Turkey Day tilts here, Sean. We start off today with Mohawk Frontier. We've got Athol at Mahar tomorrow. But this one could be very interesting, Sean. We got the 7-3 Frontier Redhawks going up against the 5-4 Mohawk Warriors. And tonight, on a cold, windy, rainy night, this could be very interesting indeed.
Yeah, so far so good as far as the weather goes. But yeah, good chance of wet tonight, and probably going to come in here in a little bit. But right now, even when the kids were practicing, getting warmed up, it started coming down pretty good. And I'll tell you what, Mohawk was out there. They were in their formation. Most of those kids were dancing. They were having a great time. And, you know, both teams ready for this game tonight, absolutely.
Frontier has had the better of it. 4 consecutive wins on Thanksgiving Eve here, Sean, against the Warriors. They had a real easy time last year. And when the season began, as we looked ahead to the end of the season, most observers would say, oh, yeah, Frontier, heavy favorite. The game will be in South Deerfield. They have the better team. But a decent Mohawk team. They're guaranteed at least a 500 record, maybe better. And I think, myself, it is well within their capability to turn the upset here tonight.
Well, you know, again, you're talking about the team from last year, which was Mohawk, 1-9. They just didn't have, they weren't very deep. And now, with the addition of the kids from Turner's Falls, it's become a different football team. They're a little bit deeper. Again, you get Jaden Whiting out there. He probably would have been the starting quarterback at Turner's Falls. Instead, you utilize that kid as a weapon out of the backfield. Lots of things that they can do, and again, we're going to see the quarterback Davenport chuck that thing up and down the field tonight, and he's a lot of fun to watch.
And, of course, for the Frontier Redhawks, a very prolific offense. I mean, they usually live and die by the run. They always have great running backs, usually multiple running backs, but they can do it through the air as well. Multiple offensive weaponry there.
Yeah, again, Garrett DeForest, we're talking about, he was the running back last season, converted to quarterback this season. He still has 322 yards rushing, but he's thrown for 483 yards on the season, 4 touchdowns, completes 50% of his passes on the season. So, yeah, very good out of that quarterback position. I thought we were going to start the anthem. There's the captain's meeting out in the center of the field there. But, yeah, again, Garrett DeForest. And, of course, Ito McMillan out of the backfield. And kids just 976 yards on the season, so 24 yards away from getting his name up on that 1,000-yard banner. And we know that means a lot to him. And certainly his teammates, the guys that block for him. And really it's a team award. So they're going to try to get that to him early as well.
Captains meeting at the center of the field. We'll take a timeout here on our pregame show. They just finished honoring the seniors here, and in just a moment, it'll be time for Turkey Day football in South Deerfield. Frontier Mohawk next. Bear Country 95.3.
Garrett DeForest, number 10, quarterback and linebacker. Ito McMillan, number 2, running back, cornerback. Darwin Hoffman, captain, number 85, linebacker, tight end.
Andrew Logan, captain, 66, O-line, defensive back.
Sam Hebert, 24, free safety.
Jeff Styles, 77, O-line, D-line.
My name is Hunter Wolfson, number 79, and I play right guard, defensive tackle.
Hi, my name is Dylan Afton. I'm number 57, play defensive end and center.
Support for FCAT's coverage of high school sports provided by Extreme Networks, customer-driven networking for your business. Software-driven solutions that are agile, adaptive, and secure. ExtremeNetworks.com. Holiday Pizza in the center of South Deerfield. Holiday Pizza is the official pizza of Frontier Community Access Television.
All right, the team's taking the field now for the opening kickoff. And it'll be the Frontier Redhawks to receive the opening kickoff. 12-minute quarter, so 48 minutes, maybe more to decide this one. The latest edition of this rivalry used to be more of a Veterans Day rivalry back in the day, but they moved it several years ago to Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah, been a
and
while
it's
now,
worked out, yeah. And we've had some kind of crazy events like that big snowstorm a few years ago, where they ended up playing the game on Friday afternoon with huge snowbanks up in Buckland, and Mohawk winning that one in several overtimes.
Yeah, 5 or 6, right?
All right, we are set for the opening kickoff from the 40. Mohawk kicking from the left, Mohawk receiving on the right. High end-over-end kick. McMillan's going to have to come in, and he takes it from the 10. Center of the field across the 20. Gets away from one tackle, out across the 30, up to the 32-yard line. So decent field position for the Frontier Redhawks. And it was Liam Driscoll on the tackle for Mohawk. 1st and 10 for the Redhawks.
Yep, pretty good return there, and pretty good defense as well as far as downfield coverage for the Mohawk Warriors. So we'll see what the Redhawks do here. Again, we know we're going to see a big dose of Ito McMillan and a little bit of Josh Samaski, some Alec Kirkendall mixed in there as well out of that backfield.
All right, we are set for the first down carry. It's McMillan in the backfield. Nearly lost his footing, but he ends up getting his footing and brings it out across the 40-yard line. A nice gain on first down. It'll be 2nd down and short.
Yeah, good start by Ito. And as you had just said, as soon as he took the handoff, his first cut looked like his foot slipped out a little bit. He's going to end up gaining 9 on that carry, so nice job for him to regain his footing. And again, that kid's quick. Well, mark him back a little bit. We'll call it 8 on that carry. So 2nd and 2 here now for the Redhawks.
2nd and 2.
And they go to McMillan again. Has the first down into the Mohawk secondary and off to the races into Warrior territory down inside the 30-yard line. A great start to the game by Ito McMillan.
Well, and that's going to put him over 1,000 yards on the season, too. Let me get the exact numbers on that run. Let's see, he was at the 31.
We're having a clock issue.
We have a clock issue as well. Oh, that thing wasn't running. I didn't notice that.
Yep. So they're going to keep the time on the field.
So that's a 40-yard, looks like a 40-yard run right there for McMillan. So
Time will be kept on the field.
2 carries, 48 yards for Ito. He is over 1,000 yards on the season. Congratulations.
But again, I know what he really wants, and that's the W. We've got a ways to go. It's Josh Samaski with a big opening on the left side. Brings it down inside the 30. Down to around the 25-yard line, close to another Frontier first down.
Yeah, Samaski, again, this kid, just 5'11", 180 pounds, just a sophomore. 2nd leading rusher on the team. He's at 94 carries this season, 441 yards. So we'll see a lot of him in today's game, and I'm certain we'll see a lot of him next season.
Ball right around the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 1. DeForest. He's going to give it to McMillan. He has the first down, cuts back to the left, spins out of the tackle, and is finally corralled down just outside the 15-yard line. Easy first down for the Hawks, and this has been a very impressive drive so far.
Yeah, and really, Jeff, that's not even bad tackling. It's just good running. He's getting good, solid footing on this wet turf, and he's able to make his cuts and making guys miss. Looking sharp.
1st down and 10. Ball around the 15-yard line, and a fumble on the play. It is recovered by the quarterback, DeForest. So their first play the first play that did not really do much right there. And now you hear the reaction of the crowd as public address announcer Dave Blanchette informing the crowd here that Edo McMillan did go over 1,000 yards a couple of carries ago.
Yeah, fantastic. And again, that's a whole team achievement right there, so congratulations.
2nd down and 10. Pitch, McMillan. Inside give. On the other side, it goes to Josh Samaski. So it went to McMillan and then to Samaski, and Josh takes it inside the 10 down to around the 9-yard line. That's a good gain of about 7 yards there.
Yeah, they've been gaining big chunks on 1st down. That certainly makes it a little bit easier for the offense. Here it's 3rd, and they'll call it about 3. And the clock is running now, but that's not official, right? We said we were going to keep that on the field in the quarter. All right.
So they'll probably set it at the next time out here. All right. 3rd down and 3. Pitch goes to McMillan on the right side with a lot of real estate. Turns the corner to the 5. Towards the end zone. He is in. Touchdown. Touchdown. Frontier. Edo McMillan brings it in. It is 6-0 Redhawks.
Yeah, and as you said, they did make that kind of look easy. Edo McMillan just flashing through the middle, finding spots, making guys miss. And again, quick, strong, fast, into the end zone. 6-0 Frontier.
That did not take long at all. They had the one play that was a fumble. Other than that, all positive yardage. 2-point conversion try. It's McMillan again, and a huge opening on the right side, and he waltzes into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Timeout on the field, 1st quarter action here on Thanksgiving Eve in South Deerfield. Our score on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne Falls scoreboard. It is Frontier 8, Mohawk nothing on Bear Country 95.3. All right, so Edo McMillan. There was a lot of him on that opening drive for number 2, and now he's set to kick off. He's doing everything other than sell hot chocolate and popcorn here.
I could use some hot chocolate, by the way, so if he was selling, I'd buy.
19, Colin Brown.
Very impressive drive. Butter, meat, hot knife. That's what that was.
Right there it was, sure. Now let's see
a long ways to go now.
See what this Mohawk offense can do after the kickoff here.
Yeah, we know. I mean, they scored 24 unanswered points against a pretty good Greenfield defense. I mean, they had their way with the Wave that night. Up in Buckland,
it's gonna be a flag.
And it's a whiff on the kick. It only went about 2 yards. I'm guessing he was trying to top it.
Now, we saw that a couple of weeks ago in that playoff game. Remember, there was a kickoff, and we weren't quite sure exactly if that was intended to be an onside kick or not, but he hits the real top part of that ball, and it really only went about 2 or 3 yards forward, ended up kicking to the right, and the Redhawks covered it up, but that's going to be great field position for the Warriors.
Yeah, it's going to be right around the 42-yard line. It went about 2 feet. That was it. It was, again, I believe an attempted topper, and he, didn't whiff because he obviously kicked it, but barely.
Yep.
Just barely got toe to leather there.
Yeah, so this ball is going to be here at the 42-yard line for Mohawk to start this opening drive. So down 8-0 early here.
And they come out in the pistol formation. Sean Davenport, strong year for him. And the give is going to go up the middle to Driscoll. And the ball is out. Who has it? Big battle for it. Mohawk did come up with it.
Yeah, Driscoll took a pretty good shot as he was trying to spin free from one tackle, and you saw the ball fly out of there. Yeah, fortunately for Mohawk, there was somebody there to pick that up for him. So, yeah, going to be about a gain of 3 on that carry. We'll make it a gain of 3 for Driscoll.
We also need to pay attention to Cullen Brown, who has been a bigger part of the offense lately. No Evan Shippey. Whiting, we all know about him. And, at some point, I think we need to pay attention to the younger Driscoll as well. Brendan, he's been getting more offensive snaps.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunate Evan Shippey going to miss this game out for the season. 656 yards he'll finish this season with.
Handoff goes up the middle, and a nice positive gain there for the Warriors. The ball will go inside the 40-yard line, and Driscoll takes it to around the 37-yard line. 3rd down and about 5 from there.
Now, of course, Jaden Whiting most likely would have been the starting quarterback at Turner's Falls this season. So we know, again, we talked about him catching the ball and running out of the backfield, but we know he can toss the ball too a little bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing him launch one here tonight.
Hey, the rain has pretty much dissipated at this point. Again, as Sean mentioned on the pregame show, it was coming down very heavily between about 6:20 and 6:45 or so, right when we took the air. I mean, it was really pouring. Now it's just raw. Kind of feels like it did for those fans at Gillette back on Sunday for that game against the Cowboys.
That would not have been there.
No. Coming in motion to the left, and we have players jumping, and Frontier jumped offside. Now we'll see. It's 3rd and 5. We will see if this 5-yard penalty is going to result in a first down.
Yeah,
if not, it's going to be very close.
I was going to say, I think if you give them the 5 yards, I think that's going to be a first down. It's not an automatic first down, but they had a 3rd, and it was about 5, so let's see where he puts the ball down.
They're going to look, and what are they going to do?
Measure.
Are they going to
measure?
Move the sticks. They're looking. Looks like he's lining up a putt there on the far side. First down. They will move the sticks.
All right. So the first penalty of the game goes against the Hawks, and an automatic first down. Not automatic, but a first down result there for the Mohawk Warriors.
31-yard line. First down and 10 for the Warriors. Again, they come out the pistol formation. Double wide, triple wide outs to the far side left. Single wide out to the near side right. Back to passes, Davenport looking left, throws down there. That is caught. Another first down. Donovan Hoffman on the tackle. That is Whiting down there, number 1. First down and 10 for the Warriors.
Now that's just a really good sign for the Warriors right there. Davenport sharp with the throw. We saw Jaden Whiting coupled right in the breadbasket pop out on him a couple of weeks ago or last week. So made a solid catch there and then started to turn upfield. Good gain, 11 yards, first down, Mohawk right there.
Looks like the ball is right around the 17-yard line or so. Warriors now looking to get the equalizer here. They trail 8-0, but they've got a good drive going right here. First down and 10. Same formation, 3 receivers. Back to pass, some pressure, ball thrown underneath, and that is dropped as Davenport felt the heat, had to dump it off, could not make the connection.
Yeah, just a little bit low, and as the rain starts to pick up here just a little bit, a little mist kind of floating through the sky as well.
Yeah, did you see some of the crowd shots on Fox on Sunday? They showed some of the fans, and they looked perfectly miserable.
I had the opportunity to go see that Steelers game week 1, and I was happy to be sitting in that 75-degree weather. And I was looking at that TV going, I'm just glad I'm not there. I just would not have enjoyed
fans,
that.
It wasn't exactly, it was a close game, but it wasn't exactly a scintillating game by any stretch.
Thank you.
Again, pistol formation, 3 receivers to the left, now coming in motion to the right. And the handoff is going to go to Driscoll. He'll try the left side, has a hole, and makes a nice gain inside the 15-yard line. We're going to see how close to the 10 did he get.
Yeah, that's a nice run there by Liam. And let's see, you're going to give him a gain of, we'll call that 6 yards there.
Down to about the 12 or so. So we'll call it 3rd down and 4.
Well, 3 carries, 11 yards here for Driscoll.
Clock in motion, 5:55 to play here in the first quarter. The clock now official after we had a technical glitch to begin the game. 8-0 in favor of Frontier on a McMillan touchdown run and a McMillan conversion run. 2 receivers to either side. Shotgun formation this time. Davenport takes it. And the give goes to the left side. Not enough for the first down. That was Cam Lococo. Dave Blanchett can see these numbers, the light yellow on white, better than we can.
Yeah, he cut that one pretty good there. Lococo's first.
He's got the binoculars. That's
binocular. We talked about it last time.
I know, and I forgot to bring mine. That would be very helpful. What we're talking about, fans, people that listen every week know what we're talking about. Mohawk's road uniforms are white jerseys, and they have yellow numbers, so yellow on white, not the easiest thing to pick up, especially at night.
A little glare off the lights there, and
Oh, they bring in the big guy at fullback. I know this is when I set the stage. They go up the middle on 4th and short, got pulled back. Don't think he got it. I think they turned it over. He needed to gain about 3. He got about 2.
Yeah, we've seen that before. You take one of the biggest guys on the team, throw him in the backfield. And
Aiden Duncan, number 70.
Yeah, he almost got there, but they're going to say no. So Duncan with a carry for a yard or so, but not enough for the first. So, yeah, they will turn it over on downs.
So a nice drive going, but Frontier, as they're known to do, I mean, they're big, strong, tough dudes in the trenches, and they were kind of giving up some big yardage there, but they were able to clamp things down. They get the ball back on offense now. Just outside their own 10-yard line. First down and 10. 4:47 to play in the first quarter. They lead 8-0. Drive number 2 is underway, and it's going to be McMillan again. He's been the featured back, and he takes it on the right side, makes a nice game, but then pushes back. Brings it out to around the 15, 16-yard line. Second down coming up.
Yeah, 5 carries right now. Let's see, he's going to gain, we'll call that a gain of 5, so 66 yards. And, yeah, Josh Samaski, couple carries here in the first quarter for 14 yards himself. So, yeah, 70 yards on the ground, 80 yards on the ground between these two fellas already.
And now they go to the I formation. Handoff goes up the middle. Not a lot there. I'll see what that ball carrier was. Kind of ran right in the center of the line. McMillan, there's a battle for the ball, by the way.
Ito had the ball.
And Mohawk says they have it. The officials say they have the football.
Well, I'll tell you, I can't tell you what happened there. I wish I could, but it looked as though Ito went into the middle and the pile just unfolded as people were getting up, and there was Mohawk with the football.
1st and 10, Mohawk.
And the ball is, let's see, looks like right outside the 15-yard line, and great field position, obviously, for this drive. They're going to be in a drive in the red zone, trailing 8-0, but this is a golden opportunity for the blue and gold.
Got to take advantage of this here, absolutely. 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter, down 8, but yeah, this is a gift.
Pistol formation, Davenport calls the signals. Quick shot on the right side. That pass is underthrown. Was it actually caught? It was caught. Nice play there by Cullen Brown.
Complete to number 19.
Yeah, Cullen really had to come back and slide. And
not much of a gain, however.
Yeah, I was going to say, he wouldn't be able to gain much after
about a half a yard. We'll give him a yard to the 15. And it'll be 2nd down and 9 from there. Clock in motion, 3:35 to play here in the first quarter, 8-0 in favor of the Redhawks. They scored after a very impressive opening drive from the 32 right down the field, mostly on the legs of McMillan, who scored, and he ran the conversion as well.
Garrett DeForest has not attempted a pass yet in this game, hasn't had to.
All right, Davenport looks over the Red Hawk D, now calls the signals. He's back to pass, looks left, flat, comes out, and a high pass overthrown. He was looking to get it over to Lococo on the, and that's overthrown. We'll see about the flag.
Yeah, Lococo had some space. Ball just slightly overthrown.
2 of the 4 officials conversing right now, and they're saying what? Oh, maybe that one guy saw one thing and the other guy saw another. And they're kind of
they're discussing gravy recipes maybe for tomorrow. Is what they're doing. You like the giblets in your gravy or no? They're still talking.
Yeah.
You do? I like the giblets.
Okay.
No, that's not the point.
They're saying giblets or no?
Yeah, they're still.
No, one guy he said no
giblet.
No giblets.
But here's a penalty.
It's going to be a chop block and no giblets.
No, chop block against the Warriors will be 15 yards. Boy, there was a very animated conversation between those two referees.
Yeah, it went on longer than I would have expected. So they're going to mark this off from about the 15. So, yeah, you're right, Sean. It's going to bring it out to the 30-yard line. This is a big penalty. And see where he finally does put it down. We'll call it the 29, actually.
It's interesting. There was quite a debate there before they actually decided to pull the trigger on that. The flag flew early during the play.
It'll be
2nd and 24.
2nd and 25 from the Redhawks.
And obviously not what you wanted there if you're the Warriors. Get that fumble deep in Frontier territory.
All right, Warriors break the huddle. 2 receivers, Lococo and Whiting up top on the left. Cullen Brown to the near side right. Pistol formation. Now coming in motion is Brown from right to left. Back to pass, the little swing pass, and can't make the connection to Cullen Brown. And now it is 3rd down and long.
Same play. They tried coming in this direction, and basically the same throw and the same result. He caught the first one for a yard, but this time couldn't get back to get to the ball. And just a little quick to get that ball out is Davenport. Give him another second to set his feet and make a solid throw, and that's good play.
29-yard line of Frontier. 3rd down and 24. And again, after the fumble, the Warriors took over 1st and 10 from the 15. And they have worked backwards since then. There's a big play here. At least make it it's 4th down territory. At least make it a makeable 4th here.
Yep, need a chunk.
Davenport will give it to Driscoll. Bounces to the outside and then gets pounded as Frontier's defense came up and really laying a lick on him was number 66, Andrew Logan.
And you could just tell, too, as Driscoll was trying to bounce out to the left side, this Frontier defense is just too fast for that. And he's going to gain a yard on that play. But, yeah, it's going to bring up a long 4th down now.
You know, Sean, I think, this is such a long 4th down carry. Of course you're going to go, but...
Looks like they might be setting up for a field goal. Let's see, we got a couple.
Well, it would be over a 40-yarder.
It looks like.
Are they gonna? You know, if you're gonna do it on Turkey Day.
It looks like.
Are they going to?
No, they're gonna take a timeout.
They're gonna call a timeout. We'll step aside for the break. We will see what happens. A little bit of early drama here in South Deerfield. 2:19 to play in the opening quarter. On the conquest of Greenfield, South Deerfield and Shelburne scoreboard, it is Frontier 8, Mohawk nothing. Sean, you're right. Sean Huber, you're absolutely right. They're going to set up a field goal from the 36-yard line. This is going to be a 46-yard attempt, and Edo McMillan's going to go back into the end zone.
Yeah, you can field that ball if it comes up short.
Remember the Iron Bowl a couple of years ago? That's Auburn right. Took it all the way back against Alabama. All right. They have it lined up. This is a 46-yard attempt. Placement down. The kick is up. It's on its way. And it is short. Boy. Short and left. And McMillan, he wanted to take a shot at it, but it went out of the end zone. But, hey, the distance was just about there, Sean. That close.
Wasn't a bad bit, I'll tell you what. In this weather, now the rain's coming down a little bit harder, and the air is heavy. That ball is hard, and that's a pretty good kick from their kid. Yeah, he came up short, and as you said, just to the left. But
and Sean, I like the call. Clearly, the kicker had a decent shot at that there, Sean. And really, on fourth and that long, statistically, the odds of them getting the first down there were very, very slim.
Yeah,
so
we were talking quick kick. Actually, it might have made sense there too. So that was a good bid.
No, they took a shot at the 3, didn't get it. So first down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Back to Edo McMillan. Fumbled the last time. And he gets stacked up and pushed back after a short carry. So they're now starting to really key on Edo.
And really, why not? 7 carries, 66 yards for him. And we've only seen Josh Samaski with a couple of carries. Other than that, it's just the 2 of them. So, yeah, why wouldn't you? DeForest hasn't run the ball, nor has he attempted to pass yet.
From the 32-yard line, 2nd down and 8 for Frontier. Rain now coming down a little bit heavier. Out come all the umbrellas. DeForest gives it to Josh Samaski. Cuts to the outside and it gets ripped down from behind. Nice defensive play there by, it's either Lococo. No, actually, I think that's actually 19, Cullen Brown.
By Matthew Pollen.
Oh, it's Matthew
10,
Pollen, number 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, Dave Blanchett.
Pollen's had some pretty good games himself. Nice tackle there against Samaski. 5'11", 180, had a head of steam. He actually was kind of pulling him down by his jersey there at the end.
Yeah. 3rd down and about 4. Short 3, long 4, we'll call it. And here comes Samaski again. Breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Has the first down, but a flag comes in the Mohawk secondary as the play went to the 50. So a gain of about 13 yards there if it sticks, and I'm thinking it is not.
What a great run by Samaski, though. Just tiniest space for him to get through. Looked like he wasn't even going to get past the line of scrimmage. He picks up 13, but yeah, that's not going to count, and it's going to be, I believe it was a
hold, yeah. It was a hold against Frontier, so they will step that off. And that's going to bring the ball back inside the 30-yard line, down to around the 27. 3rd down and about 11 from there. All right, Frontier now, they come right to the line of scrimmage. DeForest under center. Here comes Samaski again, breaking a few tackles, but Frontier's able to wrap him up. Cam Lococo was the man who finished him off, but he brings the ball back out across the 30 to around the 33-yard line or so. 4th down now for Frontier.
Yeah, good strong run by Lococo, 25 yards now, 3 carries for him, but going to bring up a 4th and long here for Frontier, and most likely they would punt this thing away.
They will be punting. After the game, they're going to reveal the 2 memorial players of the game. Timothy Dash Memorial Award for Frontier and Michael Gaffigan Memorial Award for the Mohawk Warriors. Now Donovan Hoffman runs onto the field. They didn't have enough guys out there, and they're going to have to burn a timeout here. We'll take the break. 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. On the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard, it's Frontier 8, Mohawk nothing. Jeff Terrell, Sean Hubert, studio producer Dave Reno here. We get set now. McMillan back to boot this one away. He's going to hit it right around his own 23, 24-yard line and gets away a nice boot. And backtracking and calling for a fair catch, Jaden Whiting, right around the 30-yard line or so, and that's where Mohawk will take over with 10 seconds left to play here in the opening quarter. 8-0 Frontier.
Now that's a nice job by Jaden again, getting underneath that thing and corralling it again. The Not too windy, but the rain's starting to come down pretty good as well. So you're looking up into the lights into that rain, and Whiting calling for a fair catch. Smart play there, so the Warriors go back on offense here. And we'll see where they end up spotting that thing exactly. Going to be down around inside their 30-yard line, just inside the 30.
10 seconds left here in the quarter. Close game so far. You know, you had to wonder that opening drive. Frontier went right down the field, but Mohawk has done a much nicer job since then. And they had a drive stall out and an attempted field goal of 46 yards. All right, first down and 10. And the handoff is going to go to Driscoll up the middle, and Liam brings the ball across the 30 to around the 32. And the clock is stopped with 2 seconds. Well, wait a minute. We're going to say that's the end of the quarter? That is the end of the quarter here in South Deerfield. Turkey Day 2019 on the conquest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. It is Frontier 8, Mohawk nothing. Back after this on Bear Country.
Support for FCAT's coverage of high school sports provided by Extreme Networks, customer-driven networking for your business. Software-driven solutions that are agile, adaptive, and secure. ExtremeNetworks.com. Holiday Pizza in the center of South Deerfield. Holiday Pizza is the official pizza of Frontier Community Access Television.
And again, we want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hope if you're heading out of town tonight or early tomorrow that you have safe travels. If you have family coming in, enjoy your holiday. Thanksgiving, I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't like Thanksgiving, Sean.
I don't know. How could you not?
It's the best.
Big old turkey, football.
The second quarter with a second down, 2nd and 8.
All right, the ball is on the 32-yard line of Mohawk. Mohawk now will be moving right to left here in the second quarter. Trailing by 8, they're going to send 3 receivers to the near side left. 1 receiver wide up top on the right. Second down and long. Pistol formation. And that is Davenport in a shotgun with his running back Driscoll right behind him. Coming in motion to the right. Quick swing pass. And that is caught in the right flat and up near a first down. And let's see, not quite a first down, but a nice offensive play there by the Warriors.
Yeah, and again, the ball was well thrown there by Davenport. He did exactly what we just talked about. Set his feet, made a nice throw, swung it out, and then the receiver was able to gain a good chunk there. Let's we'll call that 6-7 yards on that gain.
That was Matthew Paulin, number 10 on the reception. He had come in motion. And again, 3 receivers to the near side left. So same formation they've been using a lot lately. This time no one's coming in motion. No, Paulin will go in the motion to the right. And the handoff goes to Driscoll. Frontier, though, comes blasting through. They stack him up and they drive him back. And it'll be 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Garrett DeFore has led that, and he just came off the right side and timed it perfectly. He got a perfect jump. Almost it looked as though he'd gone offside, but just that quick. So now 4th down. And well, we saw the Warriors last week on 4th and 1 from pretty deep in their own end go.
Yeah, and on Turkey Day, you know, if there's a time you're going to be unconventional and go for it on 4th down in your own territory, it'd be now.
Well, we saw Coach McLeod go for it on 4th down 3 times at least last week.
All right, they are lined up in punt formation. So Davenport looks like he's getting set to boot it away here.
Back to punt.
And Edo McMillan back at around his own 25-yard line. Snap goes back. They are going to boot it. And McMillan's going to let it bounce. He's going to get chased back to around the 15. Takes it up on the right side. Across the 25, across the 30. Lowers the shoulder, went right over a Frontier player and brought it out to the 40-yard line. Wow, he is not the biggest kid. But when he gets up ahead of steam, Sean.
That was Aiden Duncan that came up, the first guy to meet him. And you can tell when you get run over, when you come up and you got to readjust your face mask because it's kind of on the other side of where your head is supposed to be. And wow, he just got run over. But Edo McMillan, a little dangerous there. The ball and the wet turf and a couple defenders right there. And he said, I'm going to take this thing. And off he went. Good return there. Big pop and yards after that as well.
And good field position for this next drive for Frontier. Their first drive of the second quarter. They lead 8-0 with 10:08 to play in the half. And 1st and 10 from their own 40. This play is whistled dead off the snap. I didn't see a flag come in. I think it was actually a timeout. And a timeout was taken. Well, they're saying an official's timeout. So we will not take the break, Dave Reno. I know he's getting ready to pull the trigger on the commercial, but hang on.
Oh, and Wolfson
We're
came
gonna
up
keep
a little
it right
bit.
here.
Wolfson came up a little bit lame.
Hey, you know, Sean, you were talking about the helmet kind of getting twisted around. Did you ever hear the Fred Lynn story?
Don't think so.
He played football. He was actually recruited to USC to play football, and he was a teammate of Lynn Swann. We all know Lynn Swann.
I knew that.
The Steelers.
They roomed, didn't they?
Not sure if they roomed. I know that they were teammates back. This is early 70s at USC. Lynn ultimately said, yeah, my future's probably in baseball, and I'll probably last physically longer by staying in baseball. But he had one game where his helmet got completely turned around, well, halfway turned around, and he was looking out through the ear hole. That kind of gave him the idea that maybe baseball might be a better option.
That epiphany, yeah.
Yeah, he was looking out the ear hole.
It's not a big space.
That's hard to do. All right, 1st down and 10. And DeForest will give the handoff. And Ito, again, they're loading him up here on senior night in the last game of the season. He brings the ball to the 45, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, all Ito all the time right now. 73 yards on 8 carries for him. And the only other guy that touched the football is Josh Szymanski, 3 carries, 25 yards.
2nd down, we'll call it about 5-ish. And it's Ito McMillan again on the right side, bounces through, has the 1st down, wraps up the ball. Looked like Mohawk was trying to kind of punch it out. If the Patriots do so well with, the ball ends up on the 43-yard line of Mohawk, and that's another Red Hawk 1st down.
Yeah, the Warriors have been very aggressive on that. We've seen them force a lot of turnovers here through the season, trying to rip that thing out. But they weren't able to get that away from McMillan. Runs for a 1st down over the 50-yard line, about the 44-yard line, we'll call that.
And now it's Josh Szymanski's turn. He'll take it on the left side. Not a lot there, but he is able to kind of use his strong body to kind of fall backwards and give him a gain of a couple there. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I'll give him 2, so 27 yards now. So again, everything on the ground right now for the Hawks, the 8-0 lead.
Back to Freddie Lynn just for a second. When he had to give up football or decided to give up football at USC, he had to go to talk to legendary head coach John McKay.
Oh.
And I'll finish that thought in a minute. 2nd down and long. Here comes Ito on the right side. Gets a whole squirts through into the secondary, still on his feet. Brings it all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And that was almost all Ito McMillan.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this kid's just been so much fun to watch. And again, not a big kid, but just strong and fast and just has a nose for where to go. And let's see where they mark that ball. He's going to be all the way down to the 25, 24. Another 18-yard gain for McMillan.
Wow. He has come to play tonight. 24-yard line, 1st down and 10. Garrett DeForest, he'll roll out to pass. This is new. Garrett lets it fly. It is caught by who else? McMillan, left flat, makes a nice juke move on the left sideline, lowers the shoulder, and he is down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looked like he looked back as if he might have stepped out of bounds, and then he just kept running. And
it looked like a couple of Mohawk defenders thought the same thing. They kind of let up.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, there he was, and nobody was stopping him. And finally got knocked out of bounds, but just outside the goal line.
Yeah, the ball is inside the 5. We will call it the 1-yard line. 1 or 2. And Frontier now looking to go up by another score here. All right, DeForest under center. Takes the snap. Gives it on the right side, and Ito McMillan is in for his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Yeah, 107 yards here in the first half, 11 carries. It's the Ito McMillan show right now, 14-0 Frontier.
Hawks went for 2 on the last touchdown. McMillan ran that one in. Man, oh man, what a night for number 2. Number 2 is number 1 tonight.
So far.
In his last game for the Hawks. They're going to go to Alec Kirkendall, the fullback. And he is in easily for the, well, hang on.
It looked like they were going to, and then they decided, and now they're talking, and now he is in.
2-point conversion is good. Timeout on the field. 7:28 to play in the first half. Conquest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. It's Frontier 16, Mohawk nothing on Bear Country. All right, back here in South Deerfield, and Edo McMillan has a teed up on the 40. 2 touchdown runs, 1 conversion run. He has scored 14 of the 16 Red Hawk points. And the skies have opened up. It is absolutely pouring out right now here in South Deerfield.
We knew there was a 100% chance of water.
Short end over end kick goes out of bounds, and a flag comes in as the Frontier cover man just leveled a Mohawk player who was not even playing the ball.
And now another flag that got thrown against, I believe, the Red Hawks. Now that could be 2 15-yard penalties right there.
That could be 30 yards in penalties.
The first one we can. So the ball was kicked high and it bounced and ended up. It was going to go out of bounds. There was a Mohawk Warrior that came up and really was not even anywhere close to being able to field that ball, and he just got leveled by a Red Hawk. Now that drew the first flag.
Yeah, and that was an easy call. Now 2 officials are talking. Yeah, you're right, John. A second flag came in about 5 seconds later.
Yeah, no, actually it was a third flag. 2 guys threw it on the original, but then there was a kid yapping over here, and I think that might have drawn another 15. So again, they're having a conversation now. But that could be 30 yards right there. We'll see how they shake this thing out.
And by the time they sort this out, we might have an inch of water on the field.
Yeah, it is coming down now, yeah.
All right, so we're going to get personal foul against Frontier and unsportsmanlike conduct on Mohawk. The penalty's offset. I didn't see any Mohawk players in the area. That's why I assumed it was against Frontier.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, well, maybe the second flag, or the third flag that came in that had to be the one thrown against Mohawk. I saw the referee looking at a Frontier player. Maybe he wasn't the one yapping. So yeah, I didn't see the Mohawk penalty. I thought maybe both against the Hawks, but all that and we're going to leave the ball right where it is. So.
All right, so they're going to get that all sorted out. And Mohawk now will take over first down and 10. The ball is on the 45-yard line, their own 45. They now trail 16-0. We still got a game here, folks. I mean, Frontier was the home favorite, and obviously Mohawk the road dog. But Mohawk, the good news for them, if there's a Mohawk team of recent years that has it in them to come from behind, this would be it. They can throw the ball, they can run it, they can get it done offensively.
They can score some points.
No question. Hand off up the middle, yeah, not on that play. Driscoll had nowhere to go. He's going to get dropped down for no gain, maybe even a loss of a half yard or so.
Yeah, 10 carries and 12 yards right now for Liam.
So I have to finish this.
Yeah.
So he decides he has to quit football. He has to go talk to legendary coach John McKay. They called him God, by the way. So he had to walk into his office, and his office was very dark, very dimly lit. He walks in, he's sitting there like the Godfather, and he's stuttering and stammering. And he said, I just think my future's in baseball, so I'm going to give up my scholarship, and I'm not going to play anymore. And McKay, he already knew what he was in there for. He said, okay, Freddie, I think you're making a mistake. Turns out it wasn't a mistake.
No, I don't think so.
But that's, as the coach, of course he's going to say that. Second down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Now under center, Davenport had it, dropped it, picked it up, ran up the middle, and a flag comes in. The official throws the flag right at the pile of bodies at the line of scrimmage, so who knows what this may be.
Broken play. Davenport ends up picking it up and just trying to chug forward there, and he'd picked up a couple yards, and yeah, there was just a mass of bodies, both each trying to go the other direction, and the flag was thrown right in the middle.
We've had no less than 3 or 4 lengthy consultations between officials. That's a face mask against the Red Hawks. That's 15 yards and an automatic first down. And boy, I'll tell you, the Warriors needed that.
Yeah, and again, this, after that last play where we weren't quite sure, and we had those offsetting penalties, but that was a 15-yarder. So again, yeah, you don't want to make this easy on the Warriors, but right there, you kind of handed them here something. 6.5 minutes to play. You're up 16, but making that field short for them. First and 10 here for the Warriors.
33-yard line of Frontier. First down and 10 now. 6:15 to play here in the second quarter. 16-0 in favor of the Red Hawks. And the Warriors will send 2 receivers to either side. Pistol formation. Davenport with Driscoll right behind him. Sean calling out the signals. And now we had motion. The left tackle of Mohawk is slapping his fist on his own helmet because he knew that he jumped.
See, you shouldn't do that. You should just point the other way. Don't hit yourself in the head like you messed up. Just point like the other kid did it. And
yeah.
Sometimes you can sell that, but that's going to be a 5-yarder against the Warriors.
So the 5-yard penalty brings it back to the 40. Well, brings it back to the 43-yard line. So first down from there. And Mohawk breaks the huddle. And Dave Blanchette, the PA announcer, is informing me that the tailback right now is Cam Lococo, number 14, not Driscoll. Still the pistol formation. Davenport, long snap count, takes it. Rolling to the right, under pressure, lets it fly, underthrown. Again, he realized the defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down and long.
Yeah, just didn't have enough time, really, that one. He was trying to scramble, get to the outside on the right side. That was starting to close up on him. And again, threw it short of the receiver. 3 of 6 right now passing is Davenport.
Are your game notes and your stat sheet still dry, Sean, at this point?
Well, that's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about my new to you gift certificate.
Oh, that's right.
Now. Am I going to be able to use this now? we can talk about how I got this, by the way, if you want it later. My new to you gift certificate.
43-yard line.
You know how I got that?
Second down and long. One receiver to the far side right and trips to the near side left. Pistol formation, second down and long. Mohawk needs a play here. Bobble off the snap. They're trying to set up a screen. They float it out. It is caught, but ripped down immediately. Donovan Hoffman came down and ripped down the receiver, Lococo, for a big loss. Back to the 49. Frontier sniffed it out.
That is just a fantastic defensive play there. They had that screen set, and everybody, the blockers were out front. Ball received, and then bam, there's Hoffman. Hoffman's had some really good games. Offensively, he's caught a bunch of balls, but defensively, he's had a tremendous season.
So the ball all the way back to the 49-yard line. The first down marker is inside the 30. So they got a long way to go here to try to convert here.
Yeah, complete a pass and lose. He lost about 5 on that.
Yeah, because from the 43 back to around the 48. So, they have 2 downs here, but I would have to say that if this third down play doesn't go anywhere and you're at midfield, I'm sure that I'm guessing that they would punt. But if they can make a decent gain here and make it unmanageable for it, they may go.
Yeah, look at the clock. We're just at 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play, so you got to take that into consideration as well.
16-0 in favor of the Hawks. Trips to the right side now for the Warriors. And now a flag down, and that is a delay of game. So, again, at the high school level, you don't see the play clock as you do in college and obviously professional football.
Well, last week, our game, we didn't have our first penalty of the fourth quarter. The Warriors and the Senators.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Not one penalty in the first half, all the way through the third quarter. There's finally one in the fourth quarter.
Yep, that game in Orange against the Mahar Senators.
We'll be there tomorrow morning.
See them tomorrow, yeah. And the track will be drier. A, the rain will be over by then, presumably, and B, it's an artificial turf surface. So it might be a little bit slippery, but it won't be a mud bowl. By the time this game's over, I'm guessing it's going to be very muddy.
The field's holding up pretty well right now. No standing water, but it's coming down.
Not yet, but obviously between the hash marks, we're near the end of the season, so they'd have seen a lot of football action here. Third down and long. Davenport airing it out deep on the right side, looking for his man. Battle for the ball. It's batted down. Hey, we're looking to get it down there to Whiting. It's around the 30-yard line. That would have made it 4th and about 3, but instead, 4th and 25, and you got to punt.
I would have made it close there, but yeah, again, a well-thrown ball. Good coverage, and actually either one of those guys could have come up with it and ends up falling incomplete. So yeah, here 4th down, 3:15 to play. Frontier's got 2 timeouts remaining. They had to burn one earlier.
6-yard line.
We will have our Greenfield Savings Bank high school football halftime report coming up at intermission, and they are going to drop back in the punt formation. Davenport, he'll hit it right around his own 35, 36-yard line, and McMillan back to his own 20.
He crushed that last punt.
And he'll need to do that here again. Snap goes back. Here come the Hawks. Short punt this time off to the left. And McMillan will not get a chance to return this one. It is put down at around the 36-yard line, and that is where Frontier will take over. First down and 10. 3:05 to play here in the first half, and it is still 16-0 in favor of the Hawks.
Yeah, you could see Davenport did try to get that one off a little bit quicker. The pressure was coming right up the middle, and he ended up pulling it just a little bit to the left, but a good bounce there and a decent roll. And having McMillan not touch the football is always a good thing, so not a bad punt all in all there. Now the Hawks have plenty of time, 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Again, 2 timeouts here in the half.
McMillan has had a huge first half, 2 touchdown runs and a 2-point conversion. Now this play was probably going to go to Ito, but a timeout called by Mohawk before the snap. We'll step aside. 3:05 to play here in the first half. And on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard, it's Frontier 16, Mohawk nothing. Bear Country 95.3. Well, coming soon to Bear Country 95.3, we have high school basketball. I think we have a 25-26 game regular season package, boys and girls. And also coming soon to Bear Country, hockey night in Greenfield. We're going to do 4 regular season hockey games for the Green Wave. And that, of course, that's Franklin County's hockey team. We might see football lurch in that direction, but yeah, it's Greenfield High School hosting over at Collins Mullen Arena, but they're going to have players from all over Franklin County lacing them up. And it's going to go to McMillan on first down, breaks into the secondary right side. He may be gone. He's at the 40. He's at the 30 and ridden down from behind by Driscoll, a touchdown saving tackle, but let's see. There's a flag, and it looks like it's going to come all the way back. We think the officials are talking. It is a hold against Frontier.
I didn't think anybody was going to catch him. Driscoll did a nice job tracking him down.
He did, yeah.
That was still fun to watch, but not fun for Ito, as he's going to walk all the way back now and going to take a 10-yard penalty on top of that. So insult to injury there.
Sean, I've seen a lot of nice posts on social media about the Greenfield Turners Falls rivalry that has been at least temporarily suspended. We'll see how long, if it's forever or for a year, for 2, 5 years, whatever it might be. But we'll talk a little bit more about this at halftime. But no matter what school you play for, your senior year, this is big. And the Turners kids that came up to Buckland, they got to play one final season, one final game. McMillan bottled up in the backfield, but squirts through, keeps the legs chugging. You talk about making lemonade out of lemons. He got close to first down yardage there. In fact, he did. They're going to move the sticks, I think. Yep, first down.
Then he ran into Goodell, and then he just even kind of blasted him back a little bit. He's a big guy.
And Robert Goodell's very big, yeah. He's a big dude.
So clock rolling still here, 2:20 to play now. Hawks do get the first down.
Ball at around the 42-yard line. 16-0 in favor of the Hawks. And back to pass. And evading the sack for now is DeForest. Gets away. Now he'll take off on the left side, looking for some blocks. Takes off, has it. Still going first down and more. He may break it. 20, 10. To the 5, run out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. DeForest, he was nearly sacked twice.
Yeah, Driscoll had him, and then all of a sudden one of those big old linemen almost got him, and then he scored it out of the backfield, and then he was off to the races. So that's going to be, let's see, where was that line of scrimmage?
42-yard line.
So 8, let's see where they marked that thing, but that'll be the first carry for Davenport of the game, and
they're going to mark it around the 4-yard line, something like that.
So we'll go that 46 and 8, be 54 on that carry.
Wow. First and goal. And it goes to McMillan. Does he have touchdown number 3? Yes, he does. Over the right side. 3 touchdowns in the first half by Ito McMillan. It is 22-0.
Yeah, again, just like that, we're looking at the clock. We're thinking 3 minutes to play. Long field for Frontier. They're up 2 scores. If Mohawk can just keep them off the scoreboard. And then right there, Garrett DeForest, 54 yards and minute 42 left here to play the first half. It's now 22-0 Frontier. And they will line up to go for the 2 again, as you just heard from PA announcer Dave Blanchette.
And They are 2 for 2. This time they're going to go to Samaski, and he is into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. Minute 42 to play here. And actually, we'll keep it here because Frontier is going to kick off very briefly here. And the rain is really coming down now. But you mentioned it, Sean. I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like by the end of the game if it continues to rain like this, but so far it's not turned into a mud bowl yet.
No, we've seen this field. It generally holds up pretty good, but those are spots in the middle. You can see where they're a little darker, a little more worn out, but yeah, they're not mud puddles yet. So far so good on the field, and yeah, been a pretty steady rain now here for the last little while.
So Frontier now getting set to kick from the 40. Mohawk is in their huddle. I look back, Sean, in that I think it was the first quarter when Mohawk got a fumble from McMillan, and they had it on the 15-yard line, 1st and 10, trailing only by 16 points at that point.
Yeah, 15-yard penalty there. Set them back. They weren't able to overcome. They tried that field goal, long field goal, good bid. Just came up a little short left.
In a big game like this, you really have to do your best to avoid those big errors that really hurt your chances, particularly on offense. All right, McMillan set to kick from the 40-yard line.
The Warriors, number 1, Jaden Whiting.
And here comes the kick. Short end over end kick. It's taken by Mohawk, bobbled, and fortunately for them, they just jumped on it. That was a good play down there. Just don't try to pick it up and run. And that was Cam Lococo, who ended up just jumping on it right around the 29-yard line. So a minute 38 to play here in the half. We will see how quickly the Warriors try to move down the field here, or if they're conservative and just take it into halftime trailing by the 3 scores.
Yeah, that was Levin Prondecki that was going to try to field that thing, and it was just going kind of up over his shoulder as he tried to make the over-the-shoulder grab and was able to knock it down. Lococo covered it up along with Prondecki. So
now, Levin's one of the younger guys that came up. He's a freshman who came up to play for from Turner's to play for Mohawk. But yeah, you know, the Turner's kids and the Mohawk kids, because they were in danger of not having their program either without the help of Turner's. They, you know, those guys who played all those years, they got to play their senior season.
Yep.
And that is awesome. They go to the I formation, and fumble on the snap. It is jumped on by Mohawk, and we're going to really have a lot of leniency with the quarterbacks and the centers here on a night like tonight in terms of losing the handle on the football. Really not their fault. I mean, it is pouring out right now.
Yeah, he never had the chance. He never got the handle on that snap. But, yeah, I was able to go down on the field a little bit, and I hadn't really caught up with Coach McLeod much this season, so it was nice catching up a little bit with the season and, you know, chatting about how all this worked for him. Obviously very happy with the results, and Jaden Whiting happened to be over, came over, gave him a big hug, and he said, hey, man, how was your season? And he said, I had a good year, you know. So, yeah, you're right. These guys got to come out and play some football, and they're happy to be here.
2nd down and 11, and a fumbled snap again, and this time Frontier got it.
Well, yeah, again, even if they hadn't, that's just not going to work for you. But now, under a minute, 49 seconds to play, boy, you're in danger of getting buried right here, down 24. And
this could be very bad. The ball is right around the 30-yard line, and as Frontier has shown, between Samaski, McMillan, obviously, and that incredible run by Garrett DeForest to set up that last touchdown, it does not take them too long to get into the end zone. They are going to call a timeout here, and we'll step aside for the break. 49 seconds left to play here in the first half, and on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard, it is Frontier 24, Mohawk nothing. This is Bear Country 95.3. Well, I'll tell you, Sean, we're hopefully going to talk to a very big, prominent part of the Greenfield-Turner's rivalry of the past at halftime, but I was just, looks like Frontier is just going to, DeForest is going to, actually he wasn't at quarterback, he's now taking it himself on the left side, has the first down and more, still going, and he is inside the 15-yard line, and they, no conservative there. They're trying to score one more time here before halftime.
And again, I believe they have one more timeout remaining, so.
Look at this field, Sean, the fog and the rain, and it looks like an English moor at night. This is crazy. Inside the 10, it is, we'll call it just outside the 5-yard line. 28.9 seconds left, and they've called another timeout, did Frontier. I'm not going to give away who it is, But we're going to talk at halftime with, again, someone who played a big role as a player and as a coach in the Greenfield-Turners Falls rivalry, which has been suspended, hopefully just temporarily. But the commercial that just played a minute ago, Scotty's on the Hill, boy, when the game was over in Turners, heading up or any game at Turners Falls High School, heading up the hill, I would always come over from the radio station in Greenfield and often stopped in there.
Yep.
Grabbed some food on the way, saw people that were also heading up to the field. It's going to be weird that we're not driving over there. The game would have been at Turners Falls High. It's just bizarre that we're not going to be there, Sean.
Yeah, it's again, still a little bit in denial, I guess. But, I mean, I'm excited about watching that Athol Mahar game. Again,
Absolutely.
that one's even a longer standing tradition. And
yeah.
I understand they still get some pretty good crowds down there. And, we're hoping Athol can hang in again. They're pretty lean this year and struggling. But hopefully we'll have a good ball game. But, yeah, just not quite the same.
And
ball's out.
Ball is out as it went to Garrett DeForest, and they're still battling for it. It's like a wet bar of soap. Big battle for it, and the Warriors got it. So they dodged the possibility of giving up a fourth touchdown in the half. They still trail by 24, but now they keep them out of the end zone. And obviously, Sean, they had consecutive fumbles on snaps a moment ago. Make sure of the snap and just down the ball.
Yep,
and get in for halftime.
Yeah, second fumble in the half by McMillan. And again, wet ball, wet turf, and that thing just came squirting out. But yeah, right now, just don't make a mistake. Again, you just dodged that bullet. Down by 24, could have been worse. So yeah, I would just take the knee here and go in at halftime and try to make some adjustments.
Again, Mohawk, they're not a team that is totally defensive-minded with very little offense, i.e. get a lead and try to ride the defense home to victory. They do have the offense to get back in, but been a rough game here so far.
Let's see if Davenport takes a shot downfield. Whiting's lined outside the left here.
Davenport takes the snap. He is back to pass, throwing out of his end zone, throwing downfield, incomplete. And I'll tell you, Jake Dodge had that ball in the crosshairs. He missed, didn't really have a good shot at it, but he wanted to do a pick six.
I'll tell you what, Dodge made a couple of nice catches in that playoff game.
Sure did. Yeah, down Chicopee.
Yeah, late
sure
in the
did.
game, we didn't have much chance to talk about those, but boy, kid looked athletic there. And yeah, you're right. He could see right exactly where Whiting was going to cut that route and try to cut off between where the ball and Whiting wanted to be, and the ball just never quite got there. Well, maybe now you take the knee. 15 seconds to play here.
15 seconds to play here in the half.
I like the idea, but again, yeah, if you throw that thing and it gets picked and then you end up giving up a touchdown here,
yeah,
be a little more conservative right now.
Yep. Again, conservatism sometimes goes out the window on Turkey Day, but you have the I formation behind Davenport. Sean takes the snap. He is back to pass, steps up, throws on the right side, tipped and incomplete. And now there are 9 seconds left. It's going to be third down and long.
I almost got picked twice. Jakey Dodge back there again, got his hands on it.
Now, Frontier used all their timeouts, right? Because the reason I'm saying that is if they pass again, it's going to stop the clock, and it's going to be fourth down. They'll have to punt.
Yeah, the Hawks have used up all their timeouts.
Okay.
The Warriors have one left.
So,
We got third down? Well, I guess you could take one more shot.
One more shot, I guess. But
fourth, you'd have to punt.
Fourth, you'd have to punt, and, send McMillan back there to get the punt. Could be dangerous. All right, third down and 10 from the 5. Davenport with backs in the eye behind him. And they'll go to the running game, and a big gainer up the middle. We'll see what that ball carrier is. Could be Cam Lococo carrying, and that was a flag. Now the half can end on a defensive penalty, so we'll see.
That's going to be a big run. That's going to be about a 15-yard gain for Lococo.
Yeah, out to the 20.
If that's a flag against the Red Hawks, then the Warriors will get one more play on top of that. We'll see what they decide here.
We will see what they're going to say. It is a face mask penalty, and that is going to go on Frontier.
Yeah, 5 penalties, 55 yards here in the first half against the Hawks. That doesn't include the 15-yarder that was offset.
Well, now this changes everything. They'll have one untimed play to end the half, and now really you can go to your bag of tricks here.
Well, we were just talking about being conservative down inside your own 10, but yeah, where you are right now, you got to take a shot. Again, Davenport can air that thing out, so Try to get it to one of those speedy guys and see if he makes something happen here on the last play of the half.
All right, this could be Whiting time here.
That could be.
It could be Whiting time somehow, some way.
He's had some big games. Again, Whiting leads the team in receiving yards, 292 yards on the season.
All right, Whiting is one of the guys coming to the near side left. 3 receivers to the near side left, 1 up top of the right. They go back to the pistol formation. 1 untimed down here. Snap is back to Davenport. They're going to set up a screen. Sets it up on the right side. The pass is complete on the right side, but only goes for a gain of a couple of yards. And that will end the half. I'm looking for flags. Nothing there.
That's that.
Pass is complete. Johnny Hoffman on the
And
tackle.
that will do it. Halftime here. Turkey Day 2019 in South Deerfield. And our score on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield and Children's scoreboard. It's the Frontier Redhawks 24, the Mohawk Warriors nothing. The Greenfield Savings Bank High School Football Halftime Report next on Bear Country.
Support for FCAT's coverage of high school sports provided by Extreme Networks, customer-driven networking for your business. Software-driven solutions that are agile, adaptive, and secure. ExtremeNetworks.com. Holiday Pizza in the center of South Deerfield. Holiday Pizza is the official pizza of Frontier Community Access Television.
And welcome to the Greenfield Savings Bank High School Football Halftime Report. We are in South Deerfield. Our halftime score, Frontier 24, Mohawk nothing. Jeff Terrell, Sean Hubert, studio producer Dave Reno. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Pleased to be joined in the booth by this guy. He was, we were talking about, he's a prominent part of the Greenfield-Turners Falls rivalry, which again, we're going to say it's on hiatus, hopefully. Will come back someday, hopefully soon. But this guy was a player for one of the teams in the rivalry, later coached that team. Now he is an administrator for the other school.
And don't forget, he's pretty good at Pioneer, too.
And won a Super Bowl at Pioneer. Mike Dupree.
Hey, Jeff.
How you doing?
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. And you come down here and check out another rivalry game. This is good.
Yeah. I mean, football is part of Thanksgiving, and we've got to do what we can do to catch whatever we can.
Now, when you were a player at Greenfield back in the 1970s, Greenfield usually had the upper hand. However, Turners had some great schools, great teams back in that era. What was it like the night before? So tonight, the Wednesday night before the game when you were a player?
Oh, boy, that was a long time ago.
Come on, you remember.
Well, I do remember the few days just before the game, and back in 74, 75, there was one key Turners Falls player that I think we all remember, Kevin May.
Mr. May, yeah.
And so I certainly had Kevin May on the mind the night before, and trying to figure out what I needed to do to try to stop him and keep him away from the ball on the offensive side.
You later played some college ball down at Springfield. You ended up getting into coaching and ended up taking over at your alma mater back in 1983. Now, as a coach, now it's all about the kids. You can't control how they play. You have to prepare them for the game. What was it like the night before the big game against Turners, knowing that usually you have the upper hand, but on Turkey Day anything can happen?
Well, anything can happen, and as I've said year in and year out, that throw out all the records, and the night before Thanksgiving, we would have a short practice, but typically year in and year out, we did a Springfield College tradition called Burning of the Old Shoe, and we did some reminiscing, and we look a little into the future and try to plan for the next day, and what do we want to remember? What do our memories want to be?
You know, I actually don't even have a question. I just wanted to say of all the men that have done this, you're one of the ones that I certainly admire the most, and you did a great job everywhere you were. Affected a lot of people, a lot of young men, and made them better young men. And I appreciate that about you. And we miss seeing you on Friday nights and Saturday afternoons down on the field.
Yeah, well, thank you. It was my pleasure. I put a lot of years in, and it was all about the players. And we had some really good players, some great teams.
Oh, at Greenfield, you took it to the finish line so many times, but finally you got over the hump at Pioneer. I'll remember that night the rest of my life.
Took me 30 years to get there.
But you got it done.
He had the Super Friends, the coaching staff up there, didn't he? He had Howe up there, and you had Gaffigan, and who else? Yeah,
Jeremy Felton.
Yeah, fantastic.
Successful people surround themselves with good people.
Yeah.
And I've had some great people to coach with, and some parent booster clubs, and of course a lot of players. And I couldn't have had half the success I have without the people that have surrounded me.
Last point before we let you go here, Mike. Football in the future. Huge question mark about it. Times have changed. We're not, the toothpaste is out of the tube. In some ways, it's not going to go back the way it was. Those big enrollments, the big families. We're just so hopeful that it can continue in some way.
Yeah, you can only hope that it's going to turn around. All the coaches in Franklin County back in the 90s, we worked really hard, and we put together the Pioneer Valley Pop Warner Football League, and we had 18 teams at the time, and really tried to push the game itself. And just over time, I don't have the answers, but we can just hope and just keep pushing for the game. And it's, to me, it's still the greatest game on earth, and so many lessons can be learned. And when you step on the football field, you become a better person in life. And I hope I just have hopes that it can turn around.
Thank you so much for coming on by. Great to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you.
Love you. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, man.
Mike Dupree, former Greenfield High School player and coach, and now, of course, as part of the Gill Montague Regional School District as an administrator. We'll take a time out here on our halftime report. More from South Deerfield next on Bear Country 95.3. All right, back here in South Deerfield, we get set for the second half between Mohawk and Frontier. So great to see Coach Dupree there. I have to say, I saw him this past spring at the Western Mass softball final down at UMass, and he was wearing the blue for Turner's. He looked he looked good. He looked real good. But he looked weird.
Sometimes guys in the opposite color they look a little funny. But
it was a little weird at first.
I could see him rocking the blue.
We saw Wade Boggs and Roger Clemens in pinstripes, Johnny Damon. So
same idea.
There is some precedent. And who knows, will we see Tom Brady in a uniform other than the Patriots?
Yeah, you don't know.
We don't know what's going to happen next year.
Yeah.
So very interesting. We get set for the second half here now. And Mohawk comes out. Sean, some opportunities offensively, let them get away, but defensively, they're not a bad defensive team really, but they're just having a tough time, squaring up and tackling these guys. Predominantly McMillan had a huge first half.
Well, again, we saw this early in the season too with that Mahar Senator team, and again, that was a pretty good Senator team as it turned out. We kind of thought they were, and they didn't even look bad, but they just couldn't stop this Red Hawk run. Red Hawks scored on every possession except for one in that game, and there was just nothing the Senators could do. Mohawk, they're doing okay, but the next thing you know, you got DeForest running for 50 yards this way, or McMillan 40 yards that way, and that's just
Warriors will begin the second half on offense. McMillan has it teed up on the 40 and 3 deep men for the Warriors. If they can get a good drive here and score, make it a 3-possession game again, we may have a game.
Well, really, that's what they've got to do is get on the scoreboard here quickly, and a Frontier score before a Mohawk score in this, and that probably could be lights out. So, yep. They need a good start here to the second half for the Warriors if they have any chance to come back and win this thing.
Now, McMillan's been kicking it short. He has not kicked it anywhere near those speedsters on the deep line. And now a line drive straight down and right through the wickets. It's picked up on the right side. And Cam Lococo takes it across the 35. And that's about where he will stop. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors, trailing 24-0 here at halftime. 3 touchdowns in the first half for Ito McMillan.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns, pair of fumbles, 117 yards rushing, 13 carries for Ito. Samaski ended up with 4 carries for 27 yards there in that first half.
And DeForest, basically spent most of the first half just handing off the football, but then he became a big, prominent part of the offense. He dropped back to pass. He evaded 2 sacks and able to squirt away and set up a touchdown. Had another long run. That kid's very fast. So you pick your poison, I guess, when you go up against the Red Hawks. First down at 10, 35-yard line, and the ball is out as half the line moved. The other half did not move.
I thought there had to be a flag there. I mean, that was just disjointed from the beginning. Now, the Red Hawks ended up on top of that football.
Yeah, but
now they're going to throw the flag. There had to be a flag.
Yeah, there had to be a flag. And that's going to go against the Warriors. Okay, at least they got it right. I mean, the flag should have come in about 30 seconds before it did, but at least they are getting it right.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been a fumble and a turnover, but just half the line moved, and by the time that ball was snapped, half the Frontier defensive line was in the backfield already, so marching back 5. Try that again, 1st and 15 instead.
First down and 15. Ball now back at the 30-yard line. Backs are in the I formation, and now we got players jumping again. And now it feels like we're back to week 1.
Yeah, well, you can see the Hawks. They kind of come up, and they're kind of, they're moving around, and they're kind of causing these Warriors to flinch a little bit right there. That's exactly what that was, another 5-yard penalty. And
back to the 25-yard line and first down and 20. So, the Warriors not helping themselves at all here, Sean.
No, 5 penalties, 35 yards in the game. The Red Hawks have been penalized 5 times for 55 yards in this one already, so we've seen quite a few flags. They had the 2 offsetting 15-yard penalties as well in that first half.
First down and 20 from the 25-yard line. The first down marker all the way up at the 45. So Warriors, they are going the wrong way here.
Again, not the position you want to put yourself in when you're down by 24.
They need a play here badly. I formation. They bring the lineman in as the blocker. Davenport under center. He's back to pass. Throws on the right side. Gets it to Jaden Whiting. Brings it up to around the 35-yard line. So a nice gain of 10. And that's the play frankly, Sean, that's the play I've been looking for not only tonight, but for several weeks here.
Yeah, quick slant, going to gain. We'll give him about, see where they marked that thing, but it's going to be close to 10 yards. Yeah, we'll call it. We'll call it 10. Yeah,
2nd and 10, but
reception.
But yeah, because it's yards after catch. I mean, that time he made a few yards after the catch, but once he has the ball, and if he has any kind of space, he can put a move on, and then he could be off to the races.
Well, and he is athletic, so that's what you want to do, get him the ball in space. And, well, again, we saw him try that last week against the Senators, but Whiting actually had just a couple of drops. Balls that hit him right in the hands on those little slants, and he was just too worried about where he was going before he caught the ball. But not this week, though.
2nd down and 10. I formation, double wideouts to the near side left, single wideout up top on the right. Davenport takes the snap, drops back. Throws downfield, incomplete. It was thrown behind the intended receiver, Whiting. Still nearly made the catch near the first down marker. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, pretty well defended and a ball that wasn't thrown that great, and Whiting still almost came up with that thing, and that would have been good for close to another 10-yard gain. Instead, it'll be incomplete, so 3rd and 10 now with Davenport 6 of 13 passing.
Yeah, it would have been a great catch. So we'll see what the Warriors come up with. We're guessing again. I think we're going to see Davenport really fill up the stat sheet through the air now. You're down by 24. Can't waste too much time running between the tackles here.
They're not afraid to fling it anyway. So, yeah, we'll see him throw it a lot here in the second half.
Coming motion, Paulin to the right, and the flag on the play.
I think it's a procedure against the Warriors.
Yep.
Start.
So the 5-yard penalty for a false start.
3rd and 15.
And the ball will go back to the 30. 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, so 15 yards and penalties on this drive alone right now for the Warriors. Not the start you wanted here for the second half.
No, not what you want at all.
Making it hard on yourself. It's hard enough already. But yeah, 3rd and 15 now. Again, 9 minutes to play here. 3rd quarter, but down by 24. You got to get this offense moving here a little bit.
I formation, double wideouts to the right, single wideout to the near side left. Davenport drops back to pass. Here comes the rush. Steps it up. Deep ball left side looking for Whiting. The ball floats out of bounds. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, if Davenport can just keep that thing about 5 feet to the right and give Jaden a chance to run under it. Even if he'd caught it, he would have been well out of bounds.
Well, that's 2 former Turner's Falls players who are going up against each other. As that was Jake Dodge marking and guarding Jaden Whiting there.
Both those guys played on my JV baseball team and teammates.
What other position other than ball hawking center field, and I'm guessing leadoff batter, would Jaden Whiting play?
He was my leadoff batter, and he was my ball hawking center fielder.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he was.
What else are you going to do?
And he had the green light if you get on base. He just had to look at me, and I nodded, and he'd steal.
Smart coach. Look at this. 10 out of the 11 guys for Frontier are coming. They're going to go for the block here. Snap goes back. Here they come. He got it away. And a decent punt. And it will take a roll, and McMillan's going to have to let it roll inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. 10 out of the 11 guys were coming after Davenport, but he got it away.
Yeah, nice job by him, just keeping his calm and got his foot through the ball. And, again, pulled it just a little bit left, but kept it short of McMillan so he couldn't come up and field it. And best case scenario there, flip the field. But we've seen tonight it really doesn't matter where the Hawks are on the football field. They can score from pretty much anywhere. Big chunks of yards tonight. And of course, the 24-0 lead when they get the ball back here.
8:40 to play here in the 3rd, and they lead by a score of 24-0. And now back out here on offense. So still a 3-possession game, but it has the feel of a relatively easy Frontier victory, at least right now. ENF is going to go to who else? Edom McMillan into the secondary. Cuts back against the grain, inside the 40, down to the 30-yard line of Mohawk. Big gainer, 1st down.
Yeah, give him about 50 on that carry. And Edom McMillan, even his head fakes are fast. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I'd hurt myself if I tried to do that. Boy, he ducks and head moves and the body just keeps going. And big rip for McMillan.
Need to see a chiropractor.
Oh, absolutely. Oof.
30-yard line of Mohawk, 1st down and 10. What a night to wrap up his high school football career. He'll take it again. Squirts through, into the secondary again. Takes off, another 1st down. Down to the 15-yard line. Another gain of about 15 there.
Yeah, 172 yards. So these numbers really starting to add up now for Ito. 15th carry of the game. 3 touchdowns already for him as well.
And they are in the red zone again, looking to put this one away. Redhawks, you know, they made the postseason again, but one and done as they lost on the road against Chicopee, a team that they lost to in a much closer game. Now they're double hand off a fumble. Who has it? Frontier jumped on it. McMillan had it, and then the quick pitch to Samaski, who could not get the mitts on it, but the Hawks did recover.
Yeah, McMillan getting the ball to Samaski is where it went wrong there. And again, that ball's slippery and it's hard and it's wet and just couldn't get a handle on it, but Frontier does save possession.
Lost back to the 16-yard line, so it'll be second down and 11 from there. And now another fumble and a battle for the ball. Looks like Frontier got that one again as it slipped out of the hands of DeForest off the exchange from center. Logan, 66 on the recovery.
Going to lose a couple yards again on that one, so now it's going to be third and we'll call it about 12 yards here. 11, yeah, we'll call it 11, third and 11 yards.
I like that. I just heard that fan go, way to go, Andrew, because the linemen, the guys in the trenches, they don't get the attention that the McMillans and the DeForest and the Whitings and Davenports get.
Never will.
Here comes Ito on the right side, has the first down, the more, he may be gone. Touchdown! 4th touchdown of the night by Ito McMillan. It is 30-0.
Yeah, not much more you can say about that. 4 touchdowns, 186 yards on the ground. He needed 24 yards for his 1,000, and well, he's just run past that. So just keep that number adding up. When they're going to put up on that 1,000-yard banner, and the scoreboard keeps adding up to 30-0 now. Redhawks.
DeForest fumbles on the exchange from center, and the 2-point conversion is no good. 6:34 to play here in the third quarter on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. It's Frontier 30, Mohawk nothing. Bear Country 95.3.
Number 11.
All right, Mr. Do-It-All, Ito McMillan has it teed up on the 40-yard line. 4 touchdowns on the night for the senior halfback for Frontier. They lead it 30-0. All right, McMillan set to boot it. We'll see how deep this one goes. No, deeper than any kick yet tonight. And here comes Jaden Whiting up the middle. It's Prondecki actually out to the 25-yard line. Mohawk back out on offense after this 30-second timeout.
Warriors first.
Hey, Dave, we'll take it out of here with no music. We'll take it back dry.
Mitzi Credo, he just texted me. He said, heard Coach Dupree interview. Said it was really good. Told Jeff I said hi and happy Thanksgiving.
Awesome. Who's that?
Mitzi Credo.
Mitzi Credo, yeah.
Number 29.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember him.
He signed it.
Little guy.
He signed it.
5'3".
Mitzi 29. It's cute.
Well, that was cool. Sean just got a text from Mitzi Croto, former running back at Turners Falls High School. He was the original Minnie Mouse. Played at about 5'3", 5'4".
Boy, we talked about him for years to come. There was a guy that was kind of small but tough coming out of that backfield. He was a Croto-like back, and what a great guy, too.
Back to pass. Davenport throws right side. It is caught in the right flat and shirking a couple of tackles and then wrapped up on the right side. The receiver down there for a gain. Yeah, I've often said this. There's only 2 things I do not like about Mitzi Croto.
One of his probably his hat.
His favorite baseball team is the New York Yankees, and his favorite football team is the Miami Dolphins. Other than that, love the guy.
It's just a defect there. I don't know what
just
that
those
is.
Just those 2 things.
Yeah, other than that.
How does that happen?
Pretty good dude. You wonder, right?
Well, around here, Yankee fan, I get it. There's a lot of Yankee fans out here. But Dolphins?
Makes sense.
Well, when he was probably first following football, the Dolphins were awesome.
You probably like Dolphins.
Probably likes the Dolphins.
The color aqua.
Yeah. Orange.
They do look nice together.
Sorta.
Sorta.
Sorta not. They're terrible.
Yeah, kind of.
Embarrassing franchise right now. Second down at about 6 after that completed pass. And going to set up again, but a big rush and a sack. All the way back inside the 20-yard line. Davenport, I mean, I know he wanted to dump that ball out, but he had no chance.
Yeah, first sack of the game there for the Red Hawks, and yeah, that was not his fault at all. Actually, you could see his Davenport still trying to see where he could unload that thing, and then he was just buried. And yeah, smart play just to eat that and take the loss.
So the ball will go back right around the 20-yard line, just outside the 20, actually. And it'll be third down and long from there. So they lose the yardage gained on that pass reception to the right flat and then some. And again, I've said it at numerous junctures tonight, Mohawk, you need a play here, a big play, not a play that is just positive yardage. You need something that really gets the Hawks on their heels. And Mohawk's going to call a timeout here. We'll take the break. 4:33 to play in the third. 30-0 Frontier. Back after this on Bear Country 95.3. All right, third down and long, and a flag. We got a Mohawk player jumping again. Yeah, false start on the Warriors, so they're going to take it from 3rd and 14 to 3rd and 19.
See one of the linebackers on the right side for the Hawks, just a little stutter step.
You know, Mohawk, I mean, yeah, I talk about their offensive struggles here tonight. I mean, they are trying. But Mohawk, Frontier rather, they're every year, they're tough. They're physical. And they're fast.
They got the speed too, yeah, absolutely.
And here they come again. They try to set up a screen. It is caught, but nothing doing, and Logan just comes up and rips down. I beg your pardon, I had Logan on that. That was actually number 61, Jake Bryant. Ripped him down. It's 4th down and long.
Yeah, a couple of times they tried to run that screen. They've executed it, but you got one Red Hawk that stayed home and boom, blew up the entire play. So a loss on that. It's going to be 4th and a country mile here. Ito will drop back, and he'll be inside the 50-yard line to receive this punt.
Ito will go back to midfield. And again, he has had one heck of a night. 4 touchdowns. And he's going to try to make a return here. Again, Frontier bringing 10 out of the 11. They're bringing the house. Here they come. Got it away again. Great job. And a nice punt. Nice roll for Mohawk. McMillan fell down as he was backtracking. The ball goes down to the 40-yard line. And we have an injured Mohawk player all the way back inside the 5-yard line.
It looked like Ito got crossed up by the football. That thing was bouncing. He expected it to come one way. And
I didn't see the flag because the Mohawk player was lying right next to it. But that is actually...
Well, where Davenport just got up from, and that's where the flag was.
That could be roughing the punter there.
I'll tell you what, I didn't see... I followed... the way the ball came out of there, it was amazing because as you just said, the Hawks were there. Everybody was coming at it. The ball flew out. I mean, it, again, hit the turf, and I was watching it roll along the turf. But, yep, that is going to be the call. So the Red Hawks, that's going to be a big penalty, automatic first down.
Yep. So they will keep their offense now back on the field here. So a huge break for them, and we'll see if they can get something going. Again, we're down to 3:23 to play here in the third, and they're still being shut out here by this awesome Red Hawk D.
Well, again, and they've got to be able to take advantage when mistakes are made. Again, McMillan has fumbled the ball twice. One time the Warriors had it down around the 10-yard line and just not able to capitalize. They had their own 15-yard penalty that set them back. So, again, when you have these opportunities, they're handing you a gift right here. You know, you were punting that ball. Frontier was getting it back. Look at the air now. You just the denseness. You can see this haze now. It's blowing across the field.
Really thick fog is rolling in.
It's like
here.
A movie set, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks really kind of free. Yeah, this is.
It's all clear over on the left. It's just kind of swirling. And
look at this. This again very reminiscent of what we saw at Gillette back on Sunday, game against the Cowboys. First down and 10 from the 31-yard line now. And inside give, nothing doing. They ran right into the heart of the Red Hawk D. The ball popped out, but well beyond the whistle. And that's going to be a loss of a couple, second down. That was Cam Lococo on the carry, by the way.
Yeah, Lococo, 23 yards here. 8 carries. Had a little bit of success. Not much there, though. Again, going to lose a yard or so.
.225 to play here in the third quarter, 30-0 in favor of Frontier, and this is just a surreal scene on the field with this fog rolling in under the lights with the mist. Crazy.
Got the big steam cloud where the kids come out of the huddle from all breathing there, and big smokestack coming out of there.
2nd down and 11. Backs in the I formation behind Davenport.
Big guy got it.
They are going to go up the middle. Robert Goodell, the senior lineman who they've had at fullback on a couple of sets. Why not, right? Why not?
Good gain there. Couple yards, straightforward. We need more yards than that now, so 3rd and long.
Trying to think of the Turner's Falls player that they brought him out to play fullback on Turkey Day. He was a lineman. He was huge, and you brought him on to play fullback.
I remember Greenfield doing that too. Took a couple of those big old linemen on
done that
Turkey
before,
Day.
yeah.
Ran them right up the middle.
Memory is not what it used to be, Sean. I'm desperate to pull it through.
I have to look back through the notes.
3rd down and long. They go to the big guy, but lost his footing. And could you imagine, though, if he gets up ahead of steam, imagine coming up trying to block him. And he easily goes about 260, 270.
No, I can't.
Can't imagine that?
Nope.
Or you don't want to imagine
either way, nope. Yeah, he's a big kid. Yeah, you can tell he just did lose his footing there as he got through the line of scrimmage.
The 4th down at about 6. We're under a minute to play here in the 3rd.
On the real hole. Come get some.
All right, ball is spotted inside, let's see.
Just inside the 30, right? 29, we'll call that? No, it's the 35, sorry, 34-yard line.
Yeah, 34-yard line. Got distracted by a crazy fan down there. You know what that is, right?
You give a guy a green raincoat and he becomes the Hulk, I guess. Huh? Is that what we're saying?
All right, play action and passing to the right side. Caught, but short of the first down. A big hit. Forward momentum.
It's going to be close.
Right near the stick, but where they're showing it, it's going to go back to Frontier.
Let's see where they mark it here.
They got it close.
Yeah, he's a little bit shy. Going to be just a yard or so shy.
The receiver didn't go quite far enough, but good execution of the play there by the Warriors, but they will turn it over on downs.
And good tackle there as well. Again, no more forward momentum after the catch. Just got blasted backwards and going to come up shy on that first down bid. So Frontier will take over here up 30.
Ball right around the 39-yard line of Mohawk. First down and 10. 19.4 seconds left here in the 3rd. And what do we got? Did we see a flag come in?
First down for the Warriors. Completion was good for first down.
Oh,
wow.
Okay. They're giving him the first. Well, I'll tell you what.
Spot of the century.
Where this guy was on this side, where he walked in, but he wasn't the guy holding the football. The guy coming from the other side had the football.
And now Mohawk is catching Frontier unaware. I'm not sure they have their real defense out there. First down and 10. Davenport now throws left side, no one there. And it goes incomplete. Well, we don't have the benefit of replay. Well, this game is on FCAT, so we'll have to take a look. I thought he was about a good yard shy, even with the forward momentum.
I thought it was going to be close. But two different guys, referees, had two different ideas of where that ball was supposed to be. And
I'm calling it spot of the century.
Well,
maybe I'm wrong. My eyes, you probably have better eyes than I do.
No. I think it was closer than we thought, but I didn't think he got there. So
the Warriors will take it because they're still looking at a goose egg on that scoreboard.
Yep.
They may not win this game, but they want to take that 0 down.
Again, take advantage of these things.
Yes, this is their chance. Vidal and Lococo in the I formation. Matthew Pollan in motion to the right. They're going to go to Lococo, and Cam brings it up to the 44, 45-yard line, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter. End of 3 here in South Deerfield. On the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield and Shelburne scoreboard is Frontier 30, Mohawk nothing. Back after this.
Pass complete to Whiting. Jake Dodge on a stop.
All right, play back on. A little swing pass to the left side is complete, but the receiver just buried over there on the left flat, Sean.
No gain on the play.
And no gain on the play. 4th down and 6.
Yeah, that was Whiting caught the quick pass, and yeah, again, Frontier too quick to the ball, defended that extremely well. So the Warriors now looking at a 4th down, and most likely going to go here, down 30, beginning of the 4th quarter. See what they decide to come up with here, but again, we've seen them go on 4th down before, and this is a spot where it's pretty much do or die anyway. You're down by 30.
4th down, under center is Sean Davenport. Looks over the D, and that time it looks like Frontier jumped, I think.
Yeah.
The offside, so that's going to take it from 4th and about 6 or 7 to 4th to 1 and 2. 1 or 2.
Yeah, change the play call there. 7th penalty against the Hawks, 75 yards in penalties.
We've had a lot of laundry on the field tonight as opposed to last week where not a lot.
Oh yeah, much better, much more manageable 4th down here. 4th and about 2.
All right, see if they go to the big guy here. Or no, quarterback's going to keep it, and
well, he's going to need another miracle spot, I think.
They got a pretty favorable spot last time. Yeah.
Oh, he gave it to him.
What?
He gave it to him already, and I think.
Oh, what?
Did he not?
That's another.
He just signaled 1st down, didn't he?
Yeah, they're going to move the sticks. Sean, he didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
He didn't make it, but
No.
Mohawk will take it. Hey.
he was a yard shy on that.
2 spots that I would suggest they were stopped short.
The first one I was less questioning. This one here,
the consensus in the booth is that's 2 very favorable spots.
I thought it was a solid yard. They were going to be shy there, but
all right.
So again,
drive will continue.
Take advantage.
Take advantage, Mohawk. Get that 0 off the scoreboard here.
No, they're handing it to you here.
All right. They break the huddle. Whiting, no, that's Brendan Driscoll now in the right flat. Backs in the I formation behind Davenport. And back to pass, throwing over the middle, underthrown. Would have been good for a 1st down at the 40-yard line of Mohawk. Underthrown there.
Yeah, underthrown, and the receiver slipped. He's kind of right in the middle of the field here, and that's generally where we see the wettest part. You can see where it's kind of chewed up a little bit, and that's right where he tried to stop and come back and just feet slid out and ball slightly underthrown, so no chance to make that catch there.
Clock out with 8:52 to play. After the game, again, they'll be announcing the player of the game from each school here. Gee, I wonder who it'll be for Frontier.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes care of itself there, those decisions.
Yeah, it'll be Edel McMillan, no question.
So far.
He'll get the Timothy Dosh Memorial Award. And now on the other side, of course, each player wearing the blue and gold can state his case between now and the end of the game because I think it's wide open.
Still up for grabs, absolutely.
All right, 2nd down and 10 from the midfield stripe. Davenport in under center, backs in the eye, takes a short drop. Lets it fly, deep ball, left side, and tipped away. Nice defense down there. They were trying to get it down the Whiting down there. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, double covered there. Whiting still tried to come back and almost had to play a little defense. Make sure that thing wasn't picked off. 21 passes attempted now by Sean Davenport. Completed 10 of those. That one there, lucky it didn't get picked. The clock is still rolling right now on that incomplete pass. So
maybe we've gone to running time
not
here,
sure if
potentially.
That's intentional or not.
That could be the case.
We could check that. Usually 30-0 though, not usually, right?
Not usually, but it could be the case. We did have a running in the 4th quarter game here earlier, but much earlier in the year.
That was against the Senators.
And that was Mahar, who we'll see tomorrow morning.
Well, Mahar did that to Athol a few weeks
and
later.
Mahar, what goes around comes around.
Yep.
3rd down and long. Back to pass. Davenport with some time now, running out of time. Lets it fly down the middle. Intercepted.
There's our guy.
Picked off. Dodge. Dodge takes off on the left side. Still going. Jake Dodge may go.
Oh, he's got it.
What a play by Dodge. Touchdown. What a play by Dodge.
That was just fun to watch. I'll tell you, Jakey Dodge, Rough start to his season, but he's finishing strong. Couple of big catches in that playoff game a couple weeks ago, and then that right there, and he had to run a guy over running down the sideline, keep his balance, stayed in bounds. Beautiful play by Jakey. Nice job, kid.
All right, it's official. After that play,
okay, all right.
He is no longer Jakey. He is Jake.
Jake Charles. How's that? Can I go with Jake Charles?
Jake Charles.
All right, we'll go with that. Yeah, you're right. He's no longer the younger brother.
He's no longer little Jakey. He was Jakey for a season and a half, almost 2 seasons. He's officially Jake.
I'll give it to you.
What a play that was.
That was fun to watch.
He took it back about 80 yards, Sean.
Yeah, and ran some people over doing it.
And they go for 2. They go to Kirkendall up the middle. No. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here. 36-0 is our score here. Fourth quarter action. Bear Country 95.3. Wow.
That was fun.
All right, after yet another penalty against the Warriors, the ball now back inside their 20-yard line. First down and 10. They go to the big guy, Goodell, who's now become the fullback. Big number 79. He brings the ball out to the 24-yard line. And it's a nice gain of about 5 yards there. Nice job.
His best run yet. He had a couple of carries here for a yard or two, but actually we'll give him closer to 6 on that. So, yep. Good first down play there for the Warriors, but not a lot of time left. 2:50 to play here. Again, clock's running. And
yeah, we have gone to running time here in the fourth quarter.
We're down 36.
Second down and 5 from the 25. I formation behind Davenport. And this time it's Lococo, second man through, and he's got first down yardage. And they'll move the sticks with 2:20 to play. Now I wish they would go to stoppage here to try to at least assist the Warriors in getting the ball into the end zone.
Well, again, 36. I mean, I think they started running at 30, and generally 30, 36 points doesn't get your running time in the fourth quarter. You usually get down by 40 or 50 at that point. But
we will be bringing you the post game here. I'm going to get the mic ready. We'll put it right in front of Dave Blanchette, the PA announcer here, longtime PA announcer here at Frontier. He will reveal the Timothy Dash Memorial Award for Player of the Game, the MVP for Frontier, and also the Michael Gaffigan Memorial Award for the Mohawk Warriors. Goodell brings it over left tackle, brings it out across the 35 up to the 36.
Minute and a half to play here. Again, clock is still running.
Second down and 4.
And Warriors not in a real big hurry either.
Well, let's hear it for the fans here, too, because this is a miserable night weather-wise, but we had a decent crowd given what was going on before the game, and they've all stuck around.
Umbrellas are put away at this moment, just a late mist.
I was talking to Bob Provost, Sean. He came in to record his holiday greeting for Mackin. I'm sorry, for Maury and Schmidt.
Robert Goodell on the carry.
And he was at that game. Goodell on the carry and right near the first down marker. And he admitted, he said, hey, I've been to playoff games there in January at Gillette. He's a longtime season ticket holder. He said, I've been at night games in January where it was single digits, and I never left early. He said, I had to bail
it was that
the other
bad,
night. It was the wind and the wet.
I guess I did.
He's like, I am out of here.
I wouldn't want to be there.
All right, Davenport is going to air it out deep on the left side into double coverage, tipped incomplete. And that probably was the last play. Again, they're not stopping the clock on the incomplete pass. So I'm going to wait for the official. If he takes his cap off.
It looks like the Warriors they're not going to get back to the huddle. 6 seconds left.
I'm looking at the lead official. I think they may give them one more play here.
I don't see it. That might be it.
Yep, they called it. That is the football game. 36-0, the final, the 5th consecutive victory in the rivalry for the Frontier Redhawks. And we'll take a quick 1-minute timeout, and when we come back, we will reveal the players of the game for each school. This is Bear Country 95.3.
Captains number 85, Donovan Hoffman, 10, Garrett DeForest, and 66, Andrew Logan, along with the Redhawks seniors. Congratulations, Redhawks. And now the Mike Gaffigan MVP Award for the most outstanding Mohawk Warrior tonight goes to number 8, Sean Davenport. Congratulations, Sean. And the Tim Dash most outstanding player for the Redhawks tonight goes to number 2, Riakis Ito McMillan. Congratulations, Ito. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Congratulations, seniors.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sean. Easiest call for MVP for the winning team here tonight, Frontier. McMillan was phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, again, coming in, needed, 24, 26 yards, whatever it was, to reach 1,000.
Took care of that right away,
yeah, they got that done on the first drive, and he ended up with upwards almost 200 yards, actually, over 180 yards rushing, and again, 16 carries, 4 touchdowns, and again, it was just Ito being Ito, having a great week and a great finale to his career, and a lot of fun watching that kid.
But as prolific as the Redhawks were on offense, defensively, they just never let a very good offensive Warrior team get on track. I mean, their defense, we've mentioned it all season long, all night long. They're mean, they're tough, they're physical, and they are fast.
Line was good. Donovan Hoffman, the linebackers are tough. And again, every time Davenport threw the ball downfield, it seemed the receiver was at least double covered almost every time. So, yeah, I mean, again, they tried those screen passes. Those got blown up. Those could have gone for big plays. But, Frontier, again, just one guy staying home and blowing those plays up made a big difference. And, again, shows on the scoreboard right there, 36-zip.
So the trophy stays here in South Deerfield 5 in a row now for the Frontier Redhawks, and they're one of the rare local football programs that seems pretty solid in terms of numbers, success-wise. Hey, the success has been there. They make the postseason seemingly every year. Mohawk, we'll have to see. 2020 between the Mohawk team, the Mohawk football players, and the Turner's kids that would be coming up again next year. Turner's Falls, will they have their own program next year? Again, this will be decided months and months from now. But hopefully we will see at least a Mohawk co-op with Turner's, maybe a Mohawk and Turner's team, playing separately next year.
Well, don't forget about Pioneer either.
And Pioneer,
who knows?
If they can contribute some kids as well. Greenfield, again, looking to the future.
Yep.
One of the schools we're going to see tomorrow morning, Sean Athol, I mean, they're hanging by a thread right now. So a lot of unanswered questions, but let's talk about the Mohawk Warriors. They finished up at 5-5 on the season. First year as a co-op between Mohawk and Turner's Falls. Not a bad season at all, really, Sean. They got off to a great start.
Yeah, again, good start. Again, coming off of a 1-9 season, and again, they barely made it through last year, as you said. I remember the first game of last season against Franklin Tech. They finished that game with 10 kids, and that was the opener. Thought, wow, how are these guys going to make it through an entire season? But just with guts and hard work, and they rallied. They were able to make it through, and again, it was Turner's Falls that came up short this year, so sent those kids up there. Huge addition. Those 8 kids brought a lot to the team. Talked to Coach McLeoud for just briefly before the game, but he said everything went extremely well. Those kids that came up from Turner's, they were all young men of just helping out the team and all about joining and becoming part of the Mohawk Warriors. There was no rift. There was no difference between those kids. They became Warriors right away, and again, you could tell by the way they were having fun down on the field. And pre-game, it's pouring, they're dancing, they're having a good time, and that's really what it's all about.
This is a great rivalry game, no question about that. Frontier wins this one big, 36-0, and the Mahar Senators will be a very strong home favorite against the Athol Red Raiders. Again, a program, they had to forfeit their game against Frontier this year because of a lack of available healthy players. But they are going to make it for Thanksgiving Day tomorrow, but it would be not a miracle, but it would be a substantial upset if they could pull off the stunner tomorrow.
Yeah, well, again, in those non-qualifier games, Athol had a couple of favorable matchups, able to get a couple of wins there. So, you know what I mean? They were able to win a game. Going into Mahar, it's going to be tough. Again, the Senators, pretty good season this year, pretty deep, pretty strong. And Athol, they're going to show up with, I think, 12 kids. And hopefully they can make it through the game with at least 10 or 11 kids, and there are at least 11 or 12 kids. And again, you never know. It's just going to be an uphill battle for the Red Raiders.
I was going to say, having said all the things you just said, It is Turkey Day, and you never know. But we think we have an idea of what may happen tomorrow. We'll be on the air starting at 9:45 for the pregame show. It is a 10 o'clock kickoff tomorrow from Orange right here on Bear Country.
Looking forward to it.
Final score for the final time tonight here in South Deerfield on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield and Shelburne scoreboard. The Frontier Redhawks win it by a final score of 36-0 over Mohawk. And for Sean Hubert and for Dave Reno, I'm Jeff Terrell. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Bear Country.